what has gone on in that Verge?
I know.
There's like a dozen cans of beer.
Yeah. A vodka bottle.
A really large bottle of Johnson's baby lotion.
Oh, I
and
didn't see that.
And 3 sacks of cement. What has happened?
Did you see that sort of little like Ziploc bag with what looked like some medical things in it? That's the one that unsettled me.
Unsettled? My mind is whirling. As I was wazzing, I was thinking, what's the scenario? What's the scenario?
There's also a single sheath. What's happened? I'm starting to think there might be a body back there or something.
The thing is, the number of times I have been self-medicating whilst rubbing myself all over with baby lotion. Oh, and I've also been tidying a wall by doing some pointing. Do you know, I've developed a mild obsession with watching Iron Maiden live videos whenever I'm brushing my teeth. This has happened while I've been away on jobs and I've been in a hotel. And when I've been in a hotel room, I've been celebrating the strong Wi-Fi compared to the one in my own house. For some reason, I'm just watching things that are about 5 minutes long when I'm brushing my teeth and stuff. And I've gone down this massive avenue of watching, because Iron Maiden have been on tour so much.
Yes.
And I at first I was trying to find an Iron Maiden song that I remember being quite funny, you know.
I can't.
So I'm now watching Iron Maiden live through so many different countries and so many different years. But do you know the thing I've noticed?
No, wait, hang on. Where does the toothbrushing fit into this? Why specifically that?
Well, because I know
daily
because
chore?
because I know I can't type an email and I can't talk to anybody whilst I'm brushing my teeth.
Right,
and I
yeah.
wanted to listen to music, and it started with just wanting to listen. Oh, just listen to a bit of Iron Maiden, not heard any in ages. And then it's like, oh, hang on a minute, live in Dortmund, 84. And there are so many videos of the Maiden performing live, but the thing that's provoked my thoughts now more than anything, because I've seen a lot of videos in the last month of Iron Maiden live. Where did they clothes shop? Where? Because the combination of textiles and styles is ridiculous.
I'm trying to picture Iron Maiden because I'm seeing sort of leather and denim as the components.
Like, so think of 80s. Just think about 80s metal, because it didn't change massively into the early 90s. They're a bit slow on the change.
Yes.
Bruce Dickinson did cut his hair.
Okay.
Well, he went from long hair to short hair, but the other members of Maiden have kept their long hair. But the clothes, okay, we are talking, and I was trying to work out what the combo is. We're talking a combination of like Sports Direct and Sealed Knot mixed with so think Sports Direct, Sealed Knot kind of battle recreation attire, mixed with I suppose remnants of glam rock, and then
just the smelly shit they've borrowed off their roadies.
Yeah, because you've got this amazing combination of like studded. What are those? You've got either no-name sweatbands, like cheap from the market sweatbands, really thick wrist protectors that are studded. You know, the ones you have when you're sword fighting and you don't want to get your wrist cut off.
Sure. Yeah.
Those leather, either a leather waistcoat, and drawstring trousers that
drawstring.
You know, like period drama trousers.
Is that what they wear?
Well, there's a bit of that.
They don't go for a leather trouser.
Some of them go for leather.
Rock leather trouser.
Well, what's weird is some of them do that, and some of them go for the tracky bottom. But they do the tracky bottom with the
tracky bottom.
Yeah, with like really knackered Gola trainers.
Of course. Yeah.
really cheap, knackered, should have thrown them away by now trainers. And also, the denim's often mismatching as well. On the one hand, you got white denim with blue with average blue denim. It's like, they don't sit comfortably.
Like a stonewash, but with like a really indigo denim.
Yeah, and then a slightly slack sports vest with like a lightning flash on it, a generic light flash where you go, have you just cut that out of felt and sewn it on yourself? You know, like kind of back bedroom glam rock DIY. Have you done that yourself? Because it doesn't look very good. Because honestly, I will show you.
You're raising a good point.
Where do
Where are they
metalers?
getting this shit from?
Where did 80s metalers shop?
I always look at bands like that and think, oh, I bet they don't smell good.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I bet they smell sort of musty but oily.
Are they 2 showers a week
sweaty.
rather than every day? Do you think?
Yeah, I'm seeing them in that spot.
I'm
seeing them because I've noticed there are 2 different brands of deodorant in our bathroom cabinet that I have, just because
Well, you bought one once because you lost it. Or...
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
I was away somewhere else.
You're in a hotel and you were like stranded.
But both of them, one says 48-hour protection against sweat and odours.
Yeah, it's too much.
One of them, I think, is 36, but it might also be 48. And I was just like, have a shower.
Yeah, I was going to say, just
Who is doing this?
Just cleanse your body.
48 hours, you manky bastard. But maybe that members of Iron Maiden in the 80s would go, oh,
that's perfect.
that might cover me. And if I just reapply some after 48 hours, that'll bump me through until...
Yeah, will. 90s metaling. 80s metal could have been the R&D for Shaw deodorant. I think it had just gone, well, look, there's a lot of energetic like amp jumping as well.
Because they move around a lot, don't they?
Because you've got one foot up on the amp if you're bass or lead guitar, I guess, or rhythm guitar. But if you're the singer, if you're like Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, he is active.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motion.
Yeah.
He does these brilliant jumps, and I forgot. Do you remember that there's a sort of 80s metaler jump?
Yes.
And it's jumping in the air with the legs fully splayed.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if is there a real name for it? Or is it just an 80s
metaler jump?
It is an 80s
Even
metaler.
known as that in athletics.
And I absolutely loved it. He climbs up onto the amps, or there's usually a plinth in front of the drummer. And actually, the drummer from Maiden I have met.
Is that Nico McBraid?
Yes.
Yeah, he's quite into his cars, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite into his cars, and he's a really nice guy. But he looks a little bit like a Persian cat, like an old, badly CGI'd with a human Persian cat. No offence, obviously.
What did he smell like?
He smelled really good.
Did he?
And he was wearing a slightly military-inspired jacket.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so we're getting a whiff of army surplus with cheap Sports Direct gear.
Yeah.
No name sweatbands, no name trainers. You don't want any expensive trainers. They're only going to get trashed in a metal stadium environment.
Is that what it is? You can't spend even if it would look appropriate, which it would. You couldn't go down to Savile Row and get a beautiful suit made and some absolutely lovely handmade shoes.
No.
If you're a metaler, because it's just going to get
blitzed.
It's going to get fucked up by the rough and tumble of
in a week.
Metal.
Oh yeah. Metalers don't clean their shoes.
What are they doing? I mean, it's still just playing music. They're not working in a bauxite mine. I don't understand what metalers get up to.
But what's great about
so ruinous on their clothes.
What I love about Iron Maiden, though, they're operatic, historical storytelling metalers. They're intelligent metalers.
Yes.
It's not moronic metal.
Mm.
There's wartime dialogue. There's gladiatorial rhetoric.
Oh.
There's a lot going on, and I've become, when brushing my teeth, I've become fascinated by it. You should try it.
Metal's one of those types of music that I don't ever seek out, and I wouldn't say, I like metal, but I don't dislike it. I used to share a flat with a metaler.
Did you?
He was a covert metaler because he didn't have long hair. He didn't look like a metaler.
Okay.
But he loved metal.
Yeah.
Or metal, as we used to always call it. And he would sometimes put some metal on in the kitchen, and I'd always be like, I'm okay with this. Sometimes I'd do that thing where I'd sound like someone's dad, because I'd go, what's this?
Yeah.
And he'd go, oh, it's,
Sepultura.
Yeah, rancid bucket of sick. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, right, it's good. Yeah, like it. Because the thing
Satan's skin orbs.
Yeah, because it's got energy, hasn't it?
Yeah. And like all music, there are ones that have really perfected a strong style that is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I used to listen to quite a lot of Pantera, and I do like Pantera. The drumming's phenomenal, the guitaring's very strong. I mean, yeah, the singing's, there's a lot of growling.
Yes,
Some
I
of it's-
sometimes worry for their throats when I hear the growling. I just go, oh, mate, you shouldn't do that. It's really bad for your voice.
There's some of it's indecipherable growling. But what's good about a lot of accomplished metal bands, the singer can really go from a growl and a shout to something quite soft and operatic, and the range is wide with a metaler.
It always strikes me that
Bassingbourn cum Kneesworth.
that
It's not a real place. This isn't real. This is Camelot.
it's. I mean,
Bassingbourn cum Kneesworth.
if you read that in a book, in a work of fiction, you'd go, oh, come on. You're trying far too hard with that name. Just calm down.
And he rode his stagecoach all night until he got to Bassingbourn cum Kneesworth.
Although would Iron Maiden work that into a lyric?
They would absolutely. There was a battle. There was a battle that took place here, and the winner of the battle took the heads of all the other opposing soldiers back with them in a huge Hessian bag, and there would be a song all about how they did that.
I've met Bruce Dickinson.
You have? Yes, you
I
have
told you
met
about
Bruce.
this, haven't I? Yeah.
So hang on, I've met the drummer, you've met the lead singer.
Yeah.
What's weird is those are the two least metaler of the gang now, because the other guys have still got very long straggly hair, because these are old guys now.
Yeah.
And one of them still wears a vest and doesn't have the physique for it. That's my personal opinion. Like, I don't have a vest physique. I've said this before. I don't think you have a vest physique. So if we were classed as metalers now, would we wear true metaler gear?
Well, I mean, I do own a black T-shirt, so I could.
It's got sleeves.
Yeah, but I think you're allowed that as long as you compensate it with some other metal items.
Any chainmail?
I've just realised something. Because if you said to me, what are metal shoes? I'd have gone, oh, big boots, black boots of some sort. But actually, you're saying that the Iron Maiden in the 80s shit Gola trainers.
Yeah.
My old flatmate, who was a metaler, albeit a covert metaler, he did used to wear a lot of
Cheap shoes.
just shit, generic, slightly outdated
Trainers.
Yeah.
Well, they were like bargain basket. You'd go into the sports shop and you go,
Yeah.
what aren't fashionable? There's a basket of toss there, Dunlop Green Flash. They look like they've been accidentally washed with cow bat. Oh yeah, brilliant. And one of them was found at the side of the road. In fact, you know those shoes that get found at the side of the road? They're metaler's shoes.
No, but the metalers go around the verges and byways of Britain harvesting the verges for nicely broken in shoes. You know the way they used to do that with, maybe still do, with
Jeans.
engine blocks for racing cars, where they
Oh.
leave them out and weather them.
They do well, and they want a bit of freeze thaw action.
Yeah,
they want a bit
but
of.
metalers, they seek that in a training shoe. Box fresh is anathema to them. They don't want that. That's like the worst thing you could have as a metaler.
Maybe it's a sign that you've been around a bit and you've seen some gigs. If you look down and you go,
yeah.
that dude's Converse are way too clean. Look,
Oh my God, they're
still got
absolutely-
white
but
soles.
Those ones are covered in what appears to be cider, diesel, and
Sick.
some medically worrying piss. What a metaler!
What a
metaler this
metaler.
guy is.
Yeah. Behold.
For metal.
Salute the metalhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
With a special metal salute.
well, it's that, isn't it? Yes.
But then, like, so
That's an M&S food hall. You've just driven past it.
well, I just saw the Aldi.
You've turn around.
What, though, would a metaler drive? Because it's easy to get worn-in trainers from a grass verge or top of a bus shelter.
Like Euro.
What's a metal car?
Well,
God.
American metalers are different to Euro metalers, so I would suggest, I don't think a Euro metaler cares about cars. I think a Euro metaler just sees it as transportation from gig to work to
Right.
home to gig to
Gig
work
to
to
work.
work. And I think I think they would have typically got a family hand-me-down car, Nissan Sunny, something like that. So mechanically quite robust and solid. I'd like them to drive more interesting stuff.
Because of course Nico McBrain out of Iron Maiden, he had that highly modified Series 3 Jaguar XJ, which I absolutely hated. Really annoyed me how cack-handed it was. Yeah, on wire wheels.
Yeah.
But then it had sort of modernised bumpers and flat blade wipers. And
Yeah.
it was just a complete mishmash of nonsense.
Old and new.
It didn't sit together properly at all. Yeah, it had like xenon headlights.
It did have modern headlights. I was just thinking, yeah.
It doesn't work. It looks weird.
This is
Either
quite
go
loud, isn't it?
completely, yeah, it's gone very road noisy, giving away that it's German. Do you know what? It's quite a metal car.
What?
Land Rover 101, like that one that parks near my house.
Oh yeah.
Very metal.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can imagine at least one of Iron Maiden just using a Land Rover 101 as his daily driver, like a fucking lunatic.
Ex-military is popular anyway, because you're going to go to army surplus to get clothes.
Yeah.
Trousers.
En route to Sports Direct to buy your tracky bottom.
Yeah, just one of the latter gigs, which is probably early 2000. This is where Dickinson had got rid of the long hair and everything, and he looked like the kind of guy. He looked exactly like the kind of person you see getting up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. So, a builder's beanie,
Yeah.
tracky bottoms, what looked like, I think, caterpillar boots.
Oh.
Yeah, not boxing trainers, which was his favourite. He used to wear a lot of boxers training. You know, the high lace.
Yeah.
High lace box.
That's a look.
That is a metal look. And maybe wearing one glove like a golfer.
I mean, that in itself is a hard look to pull off, because you could just look like a golfer. You could look a bit Michael Jackson-y. That's not such a good thing anymore. But also, you could just look like a child who's lost one of their gloves. It's not a.
I absolutely love it.
It's an odd look.
I'm
or
fascinated.
you look like someone who's got carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yes.
It's actually connected to one of those things that goes up your arm.
Oh yeah. Well, he could have. He put some self-adhesive studs on it, and your metal glider. You're in. No, I'm fascinated by all of that.
Can you imagine the dress sense today of the remaining members of UB40? I bet that's a grab bag of strangeness. Well, I bet there's a lot of tracky bottoms going on there.
I told you when I went to the American Embassy in London the last time.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah.
I was in the queue to get my visa all sorted, which is bloody complicated, as you know. And all of UB40 were there.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know it was UB40. I just thought, there's a bunch of guys who look like they're into maybe music, say reggae, and
a kind of light, terrible reggae.
Yes, and one of the people I was with was like, that is UB40. Apart from Ali Campbell, that's UB40 over there.
Okay, so Ali Campbell. See, I think when I picture UB40, I do actually picture Ali Campbell.
Don't say that to them, because I think
they'd be really annoyed.
I think there's an internal.
Yeah, is it one of those two UB40s?
There is. There's UB40 with Ali Campbell and Astro and the other guys.
Isn't Ali Campbell's just got that sort of a bit of middle-aged spread? And I sort of suspect he's a man who likes a tracky bottom these days. So it's like he's got quite a lot of money, or maybe he hasn't. Maybe
I don't know.
They certainly used to have a load of money.
I think his body and face has done what Michael Bull's has done.
Which is what have become.
Well, it's the same.
Become larger.
It's the same, but half wider again.
Yeah. It's happened to Bernard Sumner at New Order, and it's he used to be a very slender man in his prime.
Yeah.
But when I say his prime, I mean late Joy Division, early New Order, and he was a very slight bloke.
But Joy Division started in the late 70s, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, back then, blokes used to have physical jobs, and they used to smoke and eat 2 slices of white bread a day, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you're expected to get all your nutrients from that.
That's true.
And then suddenly now you can get quinoa from every petrol station.
Yeah, and then for that era of pop star and rock star, it coincides with late middle age when you're getting a bit paunchy anyway if you're not careful.
Oh man,
and you go on tour again.
Yeah, and
it's catered. It's all catered. There's too much catering. You've got to be careful.
There's 3 desserts a day.
Yeah,
you're in real trouble.
And then you just get a bit.
You're in real blood.
Bulbous and ruddy faced, and it's not a good look for a.
It's
musician.
hard though, isn't it? Because one day we might be those people.
Oh yeah,
albeit not
done.
rock stars. Admittedly,
it all goes, but so we expect our rock stars to be preserved in aspic and to look like they did when they were first famous.
Dickinson's still got it. He's still quite physical, and obviously flies planes.
Is that a good way to keep the weight off?
Well, I
suppose if you're no good at it, you're constantly shitting it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, if you're bad, it's a stressful thing to do. By the way, with the Lexus, I remember, and I forgot to mention this when we were driving around in it. ES is sort of the way very polite people say yes.
Is.
Have you noticed?
Is.
It's your mouth doesn't move. Try not.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign of ultra posters, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you can dine? You're going to go down to the country.
Come down.
Are you going to join us? Yes.
Richard, bring the Lexus. The is. Bring the is.
Do you have a Lexus is? Yes.
Oh, I've just got too much stuff around my legs because there's not enough places to put stuff. We've got an apple rolling around in there.
Yeah, that's my snack for later.
You are? What are you, William Tell? Just bring and a really small child-size apple.
I know, it's annoying. It's an annoyingly small apple. I was going through the bag of apples that we got the other day, and they're all really micro apples, and it's like the kids don't even eat those because they eat the red ones. I'm the lone green apple.
Do you know what? My wife doesn't like big apples because she doesn't think they taste very nice. I think small ones are not worth the effort to cut up.
After a while, they're very hard to manoeuvre if you've got reasonable adult hands. The kids are fine with them, but no, I don't like a small apple. I should have brought 2 of them.
I was going to say just double up. It's not like you get full. Oh God, I've eaten too many apples. Nobody ever says that ever. I reckon my wife.
Hang on.
My wife could call me for dinner and go, "Dinner's ready, everyone at the table." And on the way down from my office to the table, which is not very far, I reckon I could eat 2 of those apples, and it would have made no difference to my meal at all.
Yeah, but then conversely, they're not very. That's the problem, isn't it? They're not very filling necessarily. Why have I gone this way?
But I don't know why you've gone that way. I would have gone straight.
Right, but
did you see the old lady in the immaculate Accord going the other way?
No.
She might have had one of those traditional Sunday hats on.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's Wednesday.
She's wild.